That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my house. Welcome back to the Dave Cave. And most importantly, welcome back to a very special edition of the Dave Canning Sports Show. This is a very difficult episode for me to record, just coming from a game. Speak more into that in a little bit. So I apologize if I break down or seem emotional at times. The whole point of this video, the whole point of all of this, is for those of you who aren't aware, Tuesday I sent out a message or a letter to Panas, basically stating that as of right now I am resigning as the full-time voice of Panas. This is a decision I didn't come to easily. It was very difficult to make. I bounced so many scenarios off in my head, thinking, could I, manage to do this and that and so many other things. But unfortunately, life changes on you all the time, folks. And I'm at a point in my life where it's time to write the next chapter of my life. And unfortunately, that next chapter will not allow me to include Walter Panas as a setting. Now, let me just say from the start, I'm not officially 100% done at Panas. There may be a potential scenario in which I am able to come back and announce special games, football games on Friday nights, senior nights, the Giglio games. However, I'm in a bit of a situation in which I will not be able to commit the time that I have put forth over the last 9 years of Panas in order to provide you guys with the quality that you have come to know and expect and deserve. 9 years is a long, long time. I was 22 years old when I started this gig. Actually, no, technically I was 21 still. Yeah, technically I was 21. I turned 22 later in the month. But, and now I sit at you 30 years old. A lot of time has passed. So much has changed in my life. And I apologize. This is more of a rant or ramble than anything. But so today, Saturday, February 23rd, 2019. I called what will be my final game as a full-time announcer of Walter Panas High School. And before the game, so quick story. I went around looking for an autographed basketball, like one of those white Spalding balls that I actually have on display in my house. That you can get autographed, and I wanted this little memento for my last game that I did at Panas, and I wanted the girls to sign it, the girls basketball team. Couldn't find any, so what I said? I'm going to take this picture, and I'm going to have them all sign it, and I'm going to frame it and put it here in the case somewhere. And I go to Matt Evangelista, coach of Panas girls basketball, and he says to me, "You're not going to need that." I was like, "What? Why?" Turns out they had one of the best pregame ceremonies I've ever gotten to watch, and it's not because it was me, but it was so well thought out, and it meant the world. It really did. This card says thank you on it, and I'm trying not to look inside the card still, because every time I've read it, I start to cry. And but not only was I thanked for my years of service, 9 years, across 9 sports, 715 games officially called. It was announced by athletic director Dan Belfi that this fall I will check the last item off my career accomplishment list. And that is, you can't see right here on the bottom right here, but it'll come with a specific engraving shortly. As I was announced as the first inductee for the Hall of Fame class of 2019 at Walter Panas High School, which is, if you asked me this as a student, I would not have told you it was happening. If you asked me as an announcer, I would have jokingly said, "Yeah, I deserve to be in the Hall of Fame." And I thought I had done enough to have my name mentioned in the conversation. I didn't think it would actually happen, but to know that this fall I will be inducted amongst the great Panas players, Lawrence Ekparagan, Daniel Hood, Kyle Pierce, so many others. And then I will have my name affiliated with those people forever. They can't take that away from me. it is something special. You know, that game today was, be honest, for a little while I thought we were out of it, but shoot or shoot, score or score, and we shot and we scored. And we wound up coming out on top over Pelham. And as I said at the end, we are heading to the county center. We, as in Panas, we are one big family there. Um, so if this was the last game I ever announced, what a way to go out. What a fairy tale ending. It literally comes full circle for me. You know, Coach Matt Evangelista coached me in the first ever game I ever participated in at Panas for tennis, my freshman year in 2003. He coached the final game I ever announced, potentially, for Panas. The first name I ever announced as the voice of Walter Panas High School was Kat Lee from Mayapack girls lacrosse team. The last name I ever announced at Panas as the voice was Kat Reynoso from Panas. So it all comes for full circle. I'm one of those people, I love it when things, stars align and things like that. But it has been an absolute pleasure for 9 years. When I was a senior in high school, I was doing the scorebook for the basketball team. And a gentleman by the name of Felix Gonzalez, who was the athletic director at the time, for those of you students who don't know who that is, he's the gentleman whose plaque is in the hallway to the cafeteria right outside the boys' locker room. And he gave me some of the greatest advice I ever received. I told him, how cool would it be to do this in the NBA? And he goes, why not? Dream big. It drives the people who don't believe in you crazy. And boy, howdy does it. So I took that advice, and I dreamed big. And although I never got to call a game at Yankee Stadium, the experience I got working for Walter Panas High School gave me the confidence to go out and to audition to be the public address announcer for the Chicago Cubs. The confidence to go out and be the public address announcer for the Brooklyn and New Jersey Nets. In fact, when I auditioned for the Nets, I got to call out the starting five at center court at Barclays Center. That is really cool for somebody who is a Nets fan. Really cool. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without Panas. So the whole point of this, I got this card that says thank you. Thank you. Everyone. Matt Evangelista for showing me that there's more jobs in sports other than what you see on the court. To Sean Sullivan, who put me in contact with John Augusta, the former athletic director, who hired me at Panas. To Dan Belfi, for not firing me, because I can be a pain in the tuchus at times. And I'm sorry for what havoc I may have caused over the last 9 years. To everyone on the Board of Education, to anyone that has ever come out to a game at Panas, whether you came out to support me, you came out to support Panas, or you just wanted to see a good high school athletics. Thank you. This has been 9 of the greatest years of my life. And it's very difficult to say goodbye. But I'm not going to say goodbye. Because I will never stop being the voice. I will never stop being a Panther. I will never stop being a member of the Walter Panas family. Because when you're in that family, even if it's for a minute, you're in it for life. I said this back in 2011 when I was, or 2012, whatever it may have been, when I was offered a job by Mayapack to come be their public address announcer. And I said, no thank you. It was the greatest decision I ever made, other than signing on to be the voice of Panas. And I came out with the slogan that day, once a Panther, always a Panther. And to any kids that are watching this that go to Panas or will eventually go to Panas, just know, once you step foot in those doors, you are a member of a family that is stronger than any around. It is a bond that can never be broken or separated. You can go to the other side of the world. We all bleed blue and gold. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I thank you for 9 years, for 715 games of absolute enjoyment. For letting a kid who thought this would be cool in the NBA to live a dream. To the students, thank you for giving me a game to announce. For the parents and the fans that have come to games, Thank you for giving me someone to announce for. To the group of kids tonight that chanted, "Thank you, Dave," thank you. I always thought it'd be cool to be a rock star and have my name chanted one day. I checked every item off my bucket list. And if this is it, if I never do get back to Panis for whatever reason, I'm okay with that. Because I got to end on that storybook ending. A Panther win, a trip to the county center, and one hell of a career called. Again, I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. What happens next in my life, I'm still not sure, but I will let you all know. Thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for allowing me to dream. Thank you for allowing me to live that dream. It's nice for the thank you card, the Hall of Fame induction. I'm just a kid who loves sports. And I'm glad that, my hard work paid off. I'm glad I was able to bring so many smiles, so many faces. And I wear a size 12, but those shoes are a lot bigger than that the next guy's got to fill. So good luck to whoever that may be. But whomever that is, best of luck. To the students, thank you again. To the teachers, the faculty, the fans, thank you again. To everyone, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me dream big. That is going to do it for this episode of the Dave Canning Sports Show. I like to think I held it together quite well in one take. That is going to do it for this episode of the Dave Canning Sports Show. Dave Canning Sports Show is not going anywhere. I promise you that. You can always keep up with me on Facebook.com/DaveSeeTheVoice, Twitter @DaveSeeTheVoice, Snapchat @DaveSeeTheVoice. But yeah, I'll be back. I promise you that. I'm not done just yet. I have a couple tricks up my sleeve. But until next time, from the Hall of Fame voice to you, thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Dave Canning Sports Show, on behalf of Walter Panas Athletics, I have been Dave the Nightmare Canning, the voice of Walter Panas Athletics, reminding you to tell your mother you love her every day because, like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone, and God bless America.